Today's June 25th, 2025. I want to document today as a unique learning experience. It didn't involve a lot of work. In the beginning of the day, spent the first couple of hours praying, reading, and actually researching a martial arts gym I want to commit to. I've been thinking about it for some time actually. And this morning I ordered boxing gloves. I'll actually show. Boxing gloves and hand wraps. It's late, by the way, that's why I only have a salt lamp glowing right now, but bought a pair of boxing gloves and some hand wraps. I did look and drove to my first ever Muay Thai kickboxing gym class at Austin Kickboxing Gym, I think it's called. Just one I found on Google. It was awesome. And probably commuted around 30 to 40 minutes today in total, just being in the car. Yet, I've noticed the presence of God everywhere I go. And I've learned to sense Him in these new day-to-day activities, and I'm learning more about who He is, what He's doing for me, what He enjoys doing, what He's already done for me, and who I am. I'm in such a heart posture of just receiving. Of thankfulness. Of wanting to worship God, my King. The Creator of the universe. Call me by name, Father, Abba, Elohim, Adonai, Lord of Lords, my Lord and my God. And I've had the blessing today as well to watch parts of episodes of The Chosen Season 5. Such a beautiful piece of art and film. And it made me cry. And it wasn't even during the show. I cried during a commercial. God was speaking through me through the show. And this is the week of Passover, before Jesus was crucified, before the literal climax of humanity was to be done. And it portrays scenes of just pure emotion of what disciples, what Jesus, what the Pharisees, what every moment that encapsulates and captures what Jesus and his people went through. And I cried because it was in a commercial, an HEB commercial for some food during a barbecue, but it was this family just getting together, seeing kids run around, greeting each other, hugging each other, and then they all sat at a table just eating, sharing a meal. I don't know why it just gets to me, but I think it's my heart's observation of the love people have for each other, gratitude that I get to I've gotten to experience moments like those, and I get to live out my life with experience of those. And just my thankfulness of the time I get to live in, to see and experience that love. I normally don't cry during any movie, any TV show, let alone I've never cried for a TV commercial before, but I think God has just broken my heart. He's broken my heart. I'm just beginning to understand. I don't understand it all. But I know He does. And He called me to be His son, to be a leader, to be righteous, to walk holy, to follow Jesus. I can't get better than the righteousness of God. Yet that's who I am. That's who I am. I am the righteousness of God in Jesus Christ. You can't get better than me. I am the righteousness of God. So powerful. the last thing that happened to me today that I've learned, I've watched a documentary of one of the world's poorest countries, Burundi, in East Africa. It's helped put in perspective how many things I take for granted. So much of the world takes for granted. These people, this is only 3 years ago this documentary was shot and made, but it was 88 or almost 90% of the population doesn't have access to internet or electricity. There are so many children in this country because they see it as a blessing, but it also, most of the children work as laborers because there's so much work that needs to be done, but there's also more mouths to feed. 1 in every 6 children die of starvation. There is a story of this man who was a farmer and he gets paid $10 a month. $10 a month to feed 8 children. And he lives in like a 100 square foot house. 8 children sleep on the floor. His father or the wife passed away along with 2 other children. Compassion filled my heart during that whole documentary. And I thought, what would Jesus do? My heart goes for those people. My prayers will go for those people who live in Burundi. But what it taught me so much was about myself and my self-centeredness. That I think I'm the center of the universe with all my problems and all my business and all my money and all my pursuits and progress and achievements. It's all about me. And I don't know. I'm 1 in 8 billion. I'm one of the fortunate ones. I'm one of the lucky ones. So, yeah, that documentary really shook me. It drew me closer to the Lord because He is faithful. He abundantly provides for those who love Him. And I know my greater calling in this life, in this time I have on this earth, is to lead. I don't know who. I don't know if it's people in Burundi specifically. I don't know if it's a certain population of people. I don't know if I'm going to be a pastor or ministry leader internationally, an entrepreneur. it's all God's will, and I'm just submitting to it. But I know I'm going to be called to be a leader. I want to help so many people in a spiritual, in just what they thirst for. Some in a physical sense, like Burundi and kids who toil, and people who $10 a month could feed eight kids. Like, they need help. They need help. But spiritual food, spiritual nourishment. There are so many hungry, starving, dying people who don't have true food or true drink. Well, they'll never go hungry or thirsty again. And that is what people truly need. And I want to feed the hungry and quench the thirsty with the bread of life, with the good news of Jesus. It's free. If you didn't know, the gospel is free. Jesus died because he loved you, not because he wanted something from you. You didn't earn any of it. But the Father sent his only Son, that whoever only believes in him will receive eternal life. That's the gospel. June 25th, 2025. Elijah Kim. Out.